Hi everybody, welcome to the first day of school. Now, uh, it's the beginning of our English class and I'm super excited for this year ahead. But to begin with, I wanted to start by introducing myself and allowing you all to introduce yourselves because I know that the first day can be a little bit intimidating. And so I wanted to sort of break the ice and get comfortable with each other as we build this community together. Now, to start, I'll start myself. My name is Joseph Evangelista. Some things I really enjoy are drawing and watching videos on computer. Some things I don't enjoy are running and eating my vegetables, but I know I need to. But the thing I enjoy most of all is coming to class every day and teaching students just like you and seeing you grow in your English ability. Now, I'm going to give the floor to anyone who wants to introduce themselves and say some things about themselves. Now, if you're comfortable, you can feel free to use English, but if you're more comfortable using your native language, that's also fine. I always want you to be as comfortable as possible in this class. So, does anybody want to volunteer? Yes, John, thank you so much for volunteering. Really? Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, thank you so much for telling us about that. I really like that as well. That's really cool. Anybody else before we get started want to sort of break the ice? Julie, thank you so much. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's so cool. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying that. Now that we've got introductions out of the way, I want to really begin the lesson for today. Now, we're going to start off by having a little bit of a conversation, not with me, but with each other. I don't really want this class to be me talking and you listening and that's it. I want you to build this community together and really listen to each other, hear each other, and speak with each other as well, and practice English in real ways. Now, to begin with, like I said, we're going to be having a conversation. We're going to talk about our favorite subjects. Now that we're back in school, we're going to be thinking about that a little bit more. Our favorite subjects and why we like them, as well as, some subjects you might not like. Now, I'm going to give you each 4 or 5 minutes to talk with each other. I'm going to put you into groups, or into pairs, excuse me. And I'm going to give you 4 or 5 minutes to tell each other what your favorite subjects are and why, all right? And don't be frightened. It's only going to be for a few minutes. Like I said, 4 or 5 minutes. So if you don't have a whole lot to say, you only have to talk for a few minutes. I am actually going to go in the back of the room and stand behind you because sometimes it can be intimidating to have a teacher in front of you while you're trying to talk. So just forget I'm here. I will be in the back of the room listening, but not trying to correct or intimidate you. Now, please begin while I go to the back of the room. All right, guys, it's been 4 minutes. Now let's stop and settle down. Bring your eyes up here. I was really hearing some very good conversations, some really interesting things that you liked and didn't like about school and your subjects. And I want to give you a little bit of time, first off, to tell me how you felt about this experience. What are your feelings now after you've had this conversation? Go ahead, and if anyone wants to volunteer, please. Andrew, thank you. Andrew, tell me, how did you feel about this conversation? Mm-hmm. Mm. So, from what I understand, is that you were very nervous coming in to this lesson, but now you found that it wasn't as difficult as you expected it to be. Very good. Thank you so much. Yes. John, please. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I understand that you were very confident coming in, and now you're not so sure, but you're excited to continue to learn. Very good, very good. All right, last one, Lily, please. Uh-huh. Okay, thank you for sharing. So you were not so comfortable, and you found that it was very difficult for you to talk for so long in English. Thank you so much for your input. I understand you. Now, I really like that you're getting more comfortable, most of you. But for those of you who are still not so comfortable, I hope to build that and encourage that throughout the year. Now, we're going to have a volunteer, if somebody wants to volunteer, to tell me a little bit about what they said to their partner. Now, you can paraphrase it, you can say the same thing, or you can say something a little bit different. but I'd like a volunteer to tell me a few sentences about their favorite subject, what it is, and why, and I will write the sentences on the board. Does anyone want to volunteer for that? Paul, thank you so much, Paul. Please, tell me what you said to your partner, John, over here. Okay, let me write this down. I like science because, because it is fun. Great sentence. Now that's very impressive. We'll be looking back at this sentence in just a moment. Can you give me just one more? All right. I don't, okay, Paul. I don't like English because it is hard. I understand. I'm not going to be offended. I understand, but hopefully you'll start to like English more and more as we finish this semester. So these are two sentences using a very similar structure. They are very, very good. Thank you so much for volunteering, Paul. I'm going to underline some key words and phrases in this sentence that I want us to spend a little bit more time on as we continue class. I like because, and then there is the opposite, the negative form of this construction. I don't like because. Now, in this sentence, Paul says he likes science because it is fun, but you could put anything you want in the place of science or it is fun. Now, the construction remains the same. I like blank because blank. Now, in just a moment, we're going to be working on creating our own sentences using this construction. But first, I want to play a little bit of a game. This game is called the Human Computer, all right? It's a game to help you build your pronunciation skills as well as model after a native English speaker like myself. The way this game works is a volunteer will read out loud one of these sentences that they choose, okay? And I, as the teacher, will be standing behind them. And they will control me as if I were a human computer. Every time they motion towards me, I will repeat the sentence out loud in a perfect native English accent. Then they will repeat the sentence after me, trying their best to model and imitate closely to my pronunciation. I will not be correcting or saying anything other than what they want me to say when they want me to say it. So, would anybody like to volunteer to begin this little exercise and activity? Yes, Julie, thank you so much for volunteering. All right, so I'm gonna go behind Julie and she's going to read whichever sentence she likes, and then she's going to motion for me to repeat it, and then she's going to continue for as long as she likes. Okay. I like science because it is fun. I like science because it is fun. I like science because it is fun. Great, thank you so much, Julie. Now, I hope you really enjoyed that little activity. Now, we're going to move on in our lesson to constructing and creating our own sentences using these this I like blank because blank sort of structure. Now, I want you to take just a few minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, to write down on your piece of paper some sentences that you think of on your own that uses this structure, I like blank because blank. And also a few sentences that uses the opposite, I don't like blank because blank, all right? So, does everybody understand? Okay, I'll give you just a few minutes, like I said, 4 or 5 minutes to do that activity, and then I'll come back and I'll let you read a few of those out loud if you choose to. All right, go ahead and begin that. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Now, does anybody want to volunteer to read out loud some of their sentences that they created? Yes, John, thank you. Okay, great, excellent work. Let's see, anybody else want to volunteer? Andrew, Thank you. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Very, very good. All right. Now, we only have a few minutes left in the lesson. So, I want to take this time to give you the opportunity to tell me how you feel now that the lesson is over. All right? How do you feel? What are you feeling right now? Yes, Julie. Thank you. Thank you. So, I understand that you were feeling uncomfortable when you came in, but now, after learning more and talking more with your friends, you are a little bit more comfortable with English. That's very good. Thank you so much. Ah, Andrew, yes. Interesting. Okay, so from what I understand, you are really enjoying the friends and the people in this class, and they are what make it very interesting and easy for you and fun. Yes? Very good. Thank you so much. All right, let's get one more before we end. Yeah, Lily, please. Okay, thank you. That's very good. So, from what I understand, is that you were very uncomfortable coming in, and that you're still uncomfortable, but you were excited because everyone made you feel so accepted. That's very, very good. Thank you so much. Now, the class is over. I'm really enjoyed it all with you. I hope that we'll continue moving along at this same level and pace throughout the entire year. For your homework tonight, all I want you to do is go home and practice reading out loud the sentences that you created using these structures. Really focus on pronunciation and come to class tomorrow ready to say them to me. Now, thank you everyone. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day.